I want to start by saying sorry, I'm a little under the weather, but I'm super excited. This is our last video, and I've really enjoyed this class. This speech that we covered was over discrimination. And the discrimination topic that I chose was over the deaf and sensory impaired. Now, what that means is people with discrimination means is with people that are discriminated against, they don't necessarily get the best wages or get the top paid job because of a disability. Now, in my opinion, when someone has a disability such as hearing loss or deafness, that should never stop them from being able to move up in their job. It should depend on their work and how well they do in their work, and getting paid good. It depends on your work, and coming from the hospital, that's what we go off of, is your years of experience and how well you do your job, not an impairment. We have all shapes and size workers. And the sources I chose to use was Fighting Workplace Discrimination Against the Hearing Impaired by Gina Shaw. In this article, she talks of discriminating against these people in the workplace where, like I said, they don't get the best jobs or they get picked on at work. Like if, for example, say in the article, there was a woman that is filing a lawsuit at her workplace because she got sent, in the back. She got left behind because she was deaf. Instead of trying to accommodate her and, helping her, and, it's nothing to get someone to learn sign. Even basic sign could have helped. But in this article, it talks about a lawsuit that was being filed because of situations of workplace discrimination. Because Susie next to her in the cubicle got paid more, but she's been there longer. It's not fair, and she's a good worker. Another source I used was Reconsidering Sound in the City Asserting the Right to the Deaf-Friendly City by Jill Harold. Now, this has to do with, city ordinance, how the city could help with people that are deaf or sensory impaired, like blind or anything like that. And, crosswalks that speak to you, or the local Starbuckses, there's Starbuckses with video camera now that help you. They sign to you, and they realize after you haven't answered, they will come over the video, and that's part of city, the community working together to accommodate people. Because, like I said before, a disability should not interfere with someone's daily living at their job, in their community, their job, or in their community, or wages. It's just not fair. And that's what these two articles are saying, workplace and city. It's just not fair. Another article I used was Estimates of Wages Discrimination Against Workers with Sensory Disabilities and Control for Job Demands. Now, in this article, Marjorie L. Baldwin covers how, someone with sensory disabilities or hearing loss, which is a sensory disability, they necessarily won't get the job because of deafness. And in that article, that's what it tells. It tells how someone will not be chose for a job because they're deaf or because they're blind, or in this article, when I was reading it, I just was mind blown. How can you judge someone off of their physical impairments? Now, not their job. Now, for example, okay, say I was completely blind. I was, I couldn't see, couldn't Didn't even know if I was recording. Okay? But what if I did an amazing job at this video? Yeah, you don't necessarily know if I'm making eye contact or anything, but you can tell through my voice or through my body movement that I am really sincere in my video. So the only thing that'd be stopping me would be my eye contact. Now, should I get points off because of that? No. A professor in this should understand that you have an impairment, but you did your absolute best, and you may have even done better than some other people. And so that's what that should be judged off of. And that's how wages, workplace, community, that's how they should see everyone. And that's what these articles cover, is how we should look at everyone equally and not look at anyone differently because of their skin or because of an impairment. It's just not fair. With us being in history, it talks about the melting pot, the U.S. being the melting pot, how we have such a huge community full of every type of person. We should always accommodate and realize that we need to judge someone off of them, their personality, not their disabilities.